Hey guys, so basically, this is what you're gonna learn in this game. It's literally just a little bit of movement, the surveillance thing, and when you touch this thing, change the sprite. Change the sprite. So you're just gonna learn how to do line collisions and this. So cool. Get into the video, I guess. It's gonna be a long one. See ya. Hey guys, today we're gonna do a tutorial basically on surveillance things, and yeah, you could add shooting to your thing, but I'm just gonna show you how to do these surveillance systems. Hold up. Okay. Coolio Schoolio. Okay. So I literally wasted 40 seconds of your life right now. And, okay. So we made our sprites. It's easy to do. If you don't know how to do it, then you shouldn't be on this tutorial in the first place. So this is going to be our guy, and this is going to be our surveillance guy. It's not really important for now. We're going to create two objects. One is going to be the OP, or O player. I would name it O player in an actual game, and we're going to call this OS for surveillance. So we're going to give this guy this sprite. So basically what we're going to do is just give him the most simple, movement system. So we're just going to say if keyboard check, by the way, this is in GML. Keyboard check VK left. This just means if it checks and it checks that you touch left. If you touch left, then your H speed will be -5. Just like on a x-axis, -5 would be going to the left. If actually we could just copy paste this, which would be a lot easier. VK right. Now it's just going to be the opposite because you want to go right. So your H speed, your H speed will equal 5. Okay. So I'm just going to copy this because we're going to need up and down, right? So we're just going to say V speed, VK down. So basically, actually, y coordinates are inverse in this game, in this engine. So basically, if you go up, you're actually going negative y coordinates, but if you're going down, it's positive. You're adding your y coordinates. So it's basically opposite. You could get used to it. So we're just going to copy paste one more time. So since we want to go down, it's going to be 5, and if you want to go up, it's going to be -5 because I told you it's opposite. Now, hopefully the screen recording thing actually records the game itself. Always put your thing in the room. To make sure that every case is met, if keyboard check. Okay, so we're going to put his VK and no key, which it's better just put not these guys, VK up, VK down, just to put it in. But I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna put VK no key, and I'm just gonna put speed equals 0. It should be the same thing. So basically, when we're not touching any key, it's gonna stop, which should be the case. Okay, so yeah, we got everything we need. But I need to make sure, again, when I'm pressing up, I actually put H speed. You need it to be V speed. Okay. Okay, so far looks good. That's just our basic thing. Yep, good, okay, good. We got everything under control. So this is not the important thing. This is the big boss of the of the tutorial OS. So what we're going to do is we're going to create two variables. So one is going to be change. We're going to put this equals 0, and then we're going to put yeet, which we're going to put equals true. You're going to see what this does. Now we're going to draw a line, okay? So this line is going to, in our step event we could add line collisions, but we just want to see the line and how it moves. Because actual line, if you want it to collide with something, it's going to work that way as well. So we're just going to say, draw line. Now it wants two coordinates. So one, we want it to be at we want it to be at this guy. So our first coordinate's going to be here, because a line's always created between 2 points. So we created our first point, and our next point is going to be x minus 800. So basically, the line's always going to be 800 x coordinates away from this x coordinate. It's going to be constantly going like this. That's what we really want it to do. And then we're going to have y plus change. So since we can make this variable change, that means, also you need to put draw self, so it doesn't only draw the line. Okay, so since we could change this y variable, since it's added to a variable, if we change a variable, we could add how much it's minus the y, and it would actually go up and down if you think about it, right? Like if it's y plus 1, then it's going to be y plus 2, let's say, y plus 3. It would change and it would go up. So how do we make the variable constantly change? So in our step event, we're going to say if yeet, which means if it's true, if this thing is true, then we're going to say change is going to be negative, negative. So that just means every frame change is going to subtract 1, which means it's going to be 60 every second. So it's going to go up 60 from y. So now we're going to say if not yeet, actually, we could just put a simple else statement. If this is not the case, if yeet is false, then we're going to have change be added 1. This is a shortcut. You could actually just put plus equals 1, but this is the shortcut, but this is only for adding 1 or subtracting 1. Okay, so now we have this section, but we want it to be able to change at a certain threshold. So we're going to say if change is less than or equal to negative 200, if change is less than or equal to 200, which means negative 200, let's make it greater than or equal to plus 200. So that means if this goes, actually no, let's go back. So we're basically saying if this goes up 200 y coordinates above the regular object, then we're going to say yeet equals false. It's just a simple statement. And then we're also going to do, because once it goes down, we want to say if change is greater than or equal to 200, yeet equals true. Okay, and on our draw event, let's just make sure this line is like red. Draw set color, see red. Okay, so we should have something. If we don't, then I don't know what to say, man. Sorry. Sorry is the best I could do. Okay, so we got our thing, whatever. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna see if this what do you call this? We could make something trigger once this guy. Oh shoot! I actually hit debug. Doesn't really matter because we're still just testing out here. So let's just say we're just drawing a line. So it doesn't really even mean anything in terms of the game. We're just drawing the line. But what happens if you touch the line? We can add that actually into a step event, which means if he hits the line, something happens. Now you can make it with shooting. I could tell you guys how to do that in another tutorial. It's not that hard. But what I just want to show you is how to make something trigger that shot. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, well, if we could do a begin step, it doesn't really matter. We could do it in the step event as well. But I just want to make that one just for the changing variables, and I'll make this one for the collision. So if we're going to say collision line, and if I could actually like type well, then this wouldn't be an issue. What is going on? So basically I'm monkey. So we're going to get that same x coordinate thing. So we're just basically going to draw that fake line again. So we're going to draw a fake line. So x minus 800, which was our previous line that is in our draw event, and y plus change. So this line is also, the collision line is actually also going to change at the same thing, because we want this thing to be visible. What is it going to collide with? Object. OP. You could always check what these functions do. See, I forget. Not me is not really important in this case. I still forget what PREC is. Oh yeah, so this is basically saying if this is a precise collision. Precise collisions usually take longer and it's harder for the computer. We just want a general collision, so we'll just say false. So we're just going to put false because we don't need a precise collision unless you want to do that thing. It's not my business. Okay. And let's just put true. True. Okay. Now we want it to trigger something. Now what we could do is, since we have two indexes in our image, we could just say go to this index. Okay, just to show that it triggered. So we're just going to say image index equal 1 because the first one is actually 0. We're going to say image speed equals 0 to make sure it doesn't flash back between the two. Okay, so if this is the case, then okay, we need to restart this because our guy is automatically colliding, and I just want to prove to you guys that this actually does work. I'm not a clickbait, thumbnail, omega lol, broski thing. So look at this instance over here. Boom, he changed because that was our collision. Now you could do something which is basically the same. You could do something like else if you don't want it to stay that way. Image index equals 0. Image. I don't even think image speed is necessary, but it's always good to just make sure. It doesn't take that long, right? 5 seconds. So if you look at this isn't just a basic tutorial. Shouldn't be much. So boom. But when you're out of the line, oh yeah. So if you see, since it's actually triggering, you could say, oh, shoot through this line, or shoot in this direction. So we could set directions based on this change, which with point direction. I don't know how easy it is to do in D&D, but this is GML. I'll try to figure out for D&D. If you want that, Mr. McLuhan could always ask for one. It's not a big deal for me. I love to make games. Thanks for watching. Please leave a dislike if you liked the video. If you didn't like the video, leave a like. So yeah, sorry for the long video. Yeah. Thanks, giggity you. Stick around. Hello. up. You just stop this recording.